what is Bitcoin and how is it different from other cryptocurrencies?
Okay, now, I mean, there are many ways people look at Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, how it came about around 2009 when Satoshi Nakamoto saw, the financial crisis 2008, how it was so devastating, the Great Depression, and he was like, oh, something need to be done to resolve the financial crisis that happened. When you see the market falling or financial crisis happening, people losing money, it's not as if people are really losing money. Like, of course, no, I mean, people, the layman, the investors lose money, but there are some people who are making money from that.
Okay.
So few people. And these are the market makers. These are those who provide liquidity. So those who
manipulate the market.
Who manipulate the market. If say market is dropping, it means someone is shorting the market, and someone is making money. But so few people are making money during that period. While the retail investors, like you and I, suffers, have all our hard-earned, money, investment and everything there, and boom, everything goes to almost zero. So Bitcoin was born, right? And Bitcoin was born to solve the problem of money. Right? It wasn't bound by any boundary. Anyone, anywhere can get Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is limited in supply. Only 21 million can exist. Ever. So like only 21 million Bitcoin can exist. It's divisible. So all the monetary characteristics is embedded into the Bitcoin code. Right. So but like me, I say Bitcoin is money for the internet. Meanwhile, some people look at Bitcoin as an asset, like real estate, or land or gold. So Bitcoin is being looked upon as digital gold. Right. So it's been correlated to gold. And yeah, so that's just the few ways in which people look at Bitcoin, like what it is. Like personally, I look at Bitcoin as hedge against inflation, right? So if I want to hedge against inflation, I think Bitcoin can give me that hedge against inflation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is actually a means of payment. A lot of people bring in their businesses and they use Bitcoin as a means of payment. And the layman or someone who doesn't understand cryptocurrency will just come and tell you, oh, do you know about cryptocurrency? They'll think because they are using that means of payment, that is cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Like, okay, there are some shops in Dubai and other places in the world that accept Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is a legal tender in El Salvador, and I think one other country, I've forgotten the name of the country, but in other countries, Bitcoin is regulated, like crypto is regulated, it's looked upon as an asset. Some laws look at it as a property, that you pay tax on every year. But it's not just it's not looked upon as just one thing, like, okay, you buy and the value goes down and so on and so forth. Bitcoin is more than that. It's more than how people perceive it. It could be called money for the internet. That you can use to process transactions online. There's a lot of issues going on right now with third parties, people who don't offer PayPal or Visa or like these payment options on their website or on their platform. People don't tend to trust them, right? But now with cryptocurrency, or the blockchain, you can transact with someone anywhere in the world, and you trust that the blockchain is going to perform what it was designed to do. Because the blockchain, it executes based on authority. So if you give the authority to the blockchain to ratify or to validate a transaction, you don't need to be afraid whether the person has the money or not. You can see that the money is already there because the transaction goes through when the money is there, so no one can scam you like that. So it's trustless. You understand? So it's really an amazing technology or innovation that I think was brought to the internet. Like if it's those who actually deal with money, with transactions, you know that you cannot transact 4 billion US dollars on a Sunday evening or on a Saturday evening or on like weekends, the banks are closed, right? You cannot do any transaction, but with cryptocurrency, you can move billions of dollars anytime you want to. And look at when Bitcoin was established or created, and from that day till today, it has been one of the most performing assets ever in the history of finance.